with. Always ready to fight your ass.
Like you said, it's not one side.
You don't have to agree with what he.
Shut up. Is it still fair? Is it still fair game when it's your daughter or your sister or your cousin? Or would you want him to act like he's saying?
I won't say that I don't agree with you what you're saying. It's just two sides.
No, because you know why it's two sides? Because women do it too.
Correct.
Women don't be ready to assume that position and they say, oh, but you knew what it was in the beginning, so they could escape that responsibility.
Just stop.
I think
stop
it's
saying
damaging.
one thing and doing another.
That's it.
Smell like steak.
Be in a relationship or don't be in a relationship.
You can let your hair down. Tonight we gon' do something special. You can let your hair down.
Thank y'all again for joining WWJD, the podcast. This is our second episode, but I'm proud of that because we made it.
Hell yeah.
Episode 2, and it's been like a week. It's been a week for me. How y'all feeling though?
It's been a good week for me.
Good. What you mean good week? What's good?
I'm here.
Okay, sure.
Makes it good. Makes it great.
I'm trying to think about what I did this week.
I got good news, but I'm waiting on it. I'm going to wait to speak on it.
Definitely a lot of good news, but I got my first dick pic. I did.
What is your absolute
my
first?
absolute first time somebody tried me like that.
It was a random?
It was random. It's somebody I've been ignoring for years. So I looked at the message and I'm like, I know I don't give off dick pic. I don't give off send me that
I don't think you have to.
type of energy. And I was offended. But I was
I would be
proud.
offended.
I was a little bit proud
What
too.
was the
I'm
proud
like,
part about how it looked?
it's like I'm lit a little bit.
No, that doesn't make me proud.
How
I'm
was
offended.
it?
That's period.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, but I deleted it. I didn't even let y'all know I deleted it. I felt disrespected too, though.
Yeah.
I really felt like
So
I don't even.
that person doesn't know you.
He doesn't know me personally.
That's why.
Oh, yeah.
And I blocked him.
Good.
Yeah.
And if you see me in person, it's consequence to coming up to me. So don't just walk up to me. Like,
Don't let us know who you are.
we're not okay.
Damn.
Right,
We're not
Hope
okay
they
with
don't
that.
watch this episode.
They need to.
Nigga.
They need to.
With your nasty self.
To know.
It
don't
was
do
very
that.
disgusting. Like, when you think about
You
it, like,
didn't know
why
me.
did you think
But
I would want to
did
see
he
that?
think you was gonna be like, ooh, like
I don't know, but he got blocked. He definitely got
Yeah,
blocked.
like you fucked it up from the beginning. Like
We don't even talk. You just said dick pic.
Yeah, it was disgusting. But I was kind of like, okay, well, it's shifting. The energy is shifting. But I had a good week overall, just releasing the first episode and seeing how we look, seeing how we react, seeing how the people react. That was fun for me. Like, so I had a confusing week. It was a confusing week for me, but spiritually, emotionally, I'm up. I feel good. I'm ready to learn more. We learned a lot in this first week. I was happy for that. It didn't upset me. Nothing that didn't go my way upset me at all. It was kind of like I was happy for all the improvements that it led to.
Right.
And even us just being ready for episode 2. So I'm happy to be here. I'm like, yeah.
that's good. What was confusing, Joe?
I just had like a whirl of emotions, like a swirl. I was excited. I didn't care about the negative aspect of it, but just dealing with new emotions and interacting with different people and, you know, giving people like a deeper view into who I am, because that's our new life. Like, we on here, we on camera, we on display for people to pick us apart, for them to praise us and, love what we're doing.
Right.
That's how I feel.
So it was
That's-
adjustment for the most part. No.
I guess so, yeah. It was an adjustment period, but, I have fun. I like it. I'm looking forward to more. What about y'all?
Same.
Yeah, interesting. Well, yeah, interesting. Because I ain't lying when you were posting them clips. My DMs
Hey, I text Sean. I was like, hey, they love it. Hey, they love it, my boy.
Right.
People making memes.
I got response.
People making memes about what I said. I
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
hey,
But you would be surprised how many people, how many men feel like that. And I have this conversation all the time. And I came to my own conclusion. I'm like, I feel like a lot of men don't want that traditional role as the do everything. They don't want that responsibility of everything, the woman, the kids, the whole lifestyle. And I think that's fair, to be honest. Like, I respect the role that the traditional woman plays where she hold down a household, but that's not the need. It's not the same need that it used to be 50 years ago. You know, this really is not the 50s and the 60s. And instead of blaming or shaming people about how they want to live, it's kind of like, niggas really do got a choice. Like, women are really out here getting it. So why shouldn't they contribute? And like I said before, I love the collapse. I like that it's all crumbling. So now we can find something new that works. For the brave people, for the brave people who's willing to do it differently. I love that.
Me
to be honest.
Do you feel like it has to be equal? That's what he was saying. Don't come to the table just to eat.
Right. I was about to say, like, I don't know that equal is so subjective because it's like what you bring versus what I bring. It should equal a whole. It should, it should benefit everybody. Even if it's 30, 70, 80, 20, it doesn't matter.
What works
it should work. Right.
Your family works.
I like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So I did come up with a few things that I wanted to touch on. The first one being rebound relationships. Why? Anybody want to know why?
You said rebound relationship?
Rebound relationship. Because my last situations were kind of rebound-ish relationships, and I had no idea. That's the sad part. I had no idea that I was the rebound relationship.
Oh, you were the rebound, you're saying?
I was the rebound girl. Like,
You sure?
I was the girl. No, I was the girl that's like, okay, my shit didn't work. It's not what I wanted it to be. It didn't go how I wanted it to go. Let me see what Joanne got going on.
And waste her time.
And waste my time.
Right. You didn't know that.
I allowed it.
You didn't know.
I allowed it. I knew.
But
You had a hunch, but you literally found out at the end.
I told her.
Oh, that's what it was.
I told her.
Y'all told me. Every time.
Every
Each
time. Every
Yeah,
time.
But okay, let's say this though, because you're saying
never
y'all
go
telling her
away.
that, but do you feel like the feelings aren't real just because it's a rebound relationship?
The feelings are real. It just don't save you. It's just like being a bad bitch. It doesn't keep you from the mistreatment of a traditional relationship. You just play the role of the trophy girl. But it doesn't save you. It doesn't make men actually treat you better.
Right. What's the question about the rebound relationships?
How do y'all feel about rebound relationships? Have you been in one? Do you understand what it is to be a rebound relationship?
I don't really have any experience in that.
Yeah.
That much.
You out the game.
That's toxic.
I don't know. What's toxic about it?
What you mean what's toxic about it?
What's toxic about it?
Being a rebound is just toxic anyway.
How do you know it's the rebound? Is it directly?
You really
can
don't
tell.
know.
Yeah,
This is
right.
how I found out I was the rebound. I didn't know. I was always trying to be sure that I wasn't, but you find out you're the rebound when the ex resurfaces. Okay. And it's
makes
like,
complete
y'all wasn't even done. How did I not? Why I didn't know?
But see,
signs are
I've always told her that. I mean, I'm a guy. Like, come on now. Like, just like I don't know what a woman be thinking, women don't know what men be thinking, but I know what another man thinking. Just like a woman to know what another woman thinking.
He always be like,
I've always
one thing, he got
said
one
this.
thing about it, I'm a nigga.
Yeah.
I know. And I just be like, Sean, shut up. You don't know he love me.
And every time.
So
what
do you
happened?
feel like the rebound, they really don't care about the rebound, or the rebound just doesn't add up to the ex?
I think
In their mind, not
no. I'm not gonna say I'm not speaking on
Because
that.
that's the thing.
I'm saying the rebound could actually be a great person. It doesn't
Right.
mean that you're less than. It just means that they ain't done with.
Yes, that's what I'm.
They haven't allowed the situation to air out, to clear out. They haven't really made room
They haven't
for
gotten
another
over
person.
it.
Yeah,
and a lot of
yeah.
times is they just want to feel better. So
Right.
it's like you're really the Band-Aid. And a lot of times this is the cold
Band-Aid
part.
hurts
on-
more
your
than the
Band-Aid on a
wound. The
gunshot
Band-Aid
wound.
hurt more
After
than
a
the
while, you don't need the Band-Aid anymore.
Right.
So now what do we have? Now that I feel better, now that I've built myself up and I'm ready, you've been here and you've been so convenient. I don't really need the convenience anymore. I kind of want the freedom and the singleness.
Well, does that come off like you were using them just to get through your breakup?
Rebounds are, you're being used.
I don't think it's intent though. I don't think they go into it intentionally. Like you're gonna.
No, I don't think anybody does it well, no. Some people probably
don't
do.
heal and take time for their relationships too. Right. So while they are not intentionally saying you're gonna be a rebound, they go in it and it turns out.
And it's still harmful. Like you didn't mean to hurt me, but still
you did.
Hurtful.
You did.
Yeah, and I felt that enough times to know that let your shit air out a little bit before you bring somebody else into the situation. It could be hurtful.
But what if you meet somebody soon? Well, I guess they wouldn't be a rebound that way.
What if you meet What if you meet the perfect person during that rebound space?
I feel like it's a possibility you'll fuck it up because you might still be on your old thing, and it could be everything you've been wanting that you weren't getting out of your ex.
That's a choice because if you
still not over your ex, so
because that new person has nothing to do with your past.
Right.
That's right. And they're a different person.
Correct.
It's a risk, but it just depends on what's being presented.
Well, my advice is give a person at least a year. I think a year to really after their last relationship. I feel like you should be fully single for a year. That gives you time to go back and forth with your ex and maybe even try it again and realize for yourself, like, okay, although I love this person, we have history, this is not an ideal relationship.
I think that's cliche, though. Because a lot of people...
What's cliche? The time or...
The time. And the only reason I say that because a lot of people, they don't wait a year. It's like they'll get out of one thing and jump right to the next because they looking to fill a void.
Exactly. So that's what we're speaking to that. I'm just saying, I suggest...
Really take some time.
Right. Whether the person says they're over them or not. You cannot go off their word
over them in a month and a half.
You don't...
I feel like you can. Because you might have still been with the person, but... felt like you were already gone. You might be with the person and kind of feel like this ain't where I want to be, but I'm still here. And then when you officially break up with them, it's like you already been gone. So why you gotta wait another year?
No.
Because what if that?
No. I like that because that's how I left my relationship. I left when after therapy didn't work and I tried everything I could and I shut everybody out and I gave it an honest try. By the time I left, there were no feelings. There was nothing to get over. But I feel like that's the ideal way to leave a relationship.
But you do have instances where, like you said, that you have no more feelings, you walked away. But what happens when that person then decides they want to start acting right and doing right? And you're like, whoa.
That's what that year. That's why I said a year.
That's what I'm saying. Like the year, I agree with it because it's like you need to have the time. Like you said, going back and forth. Like I don't want to be with him. And he like, but I want my family.
Right. But for me, when I'm done, I'm done. The whole point is like you're not gonna come and persuade me to get out of what I already feel like how I feel.
Well, that's you though. There's so many people who they hurting and they get out there and they just want to feel better. And then it's like, you probably do stumble across a great person, but what about your feelings? Like, what about being torn? And that grace period.
So I feel like the grace period should be a year from when you've done. Because you might still be dealing with the person based on situation, kids, household, whatever it might be. And at the time, you already feel like you're done with them. And then it's like, finally, you out there. Why I got to wait another year? I already been done. No matter what you come and tell me. I was done when I was there.
Right.
I'm speaking hypothetically.
Because you ain't never done it. So what you talking about? No, I'm speaking for me, though. I feel like let it air out. Give people a chance to do what they want to do. And honestly, if somebody just got out of a breakup, it should be an automatic no. Just don't even let curiosity kill you. Let them figure themselves out. And when they're ready, if it's you, they will come find you. Yeah. Because every single time the ex makes their way back in somehow. And I'm not even mad at that. But then it kind of, and this is just my experience, I feel like it becomes like this almost obsession type of thing where it's like, I feel like I had nothing to do with why y'all not together. So don't bring me into this. Like, I don't understand I don't even understand why we know each other.
Yeah. Especially when the friends of the friends.
And then it's really like, right. And it's really like low key.
Yeah, that's
obsession type of thing. What about, how y'all feel about fake pages?
What's the point?
Hold on, I'm not even gonna cap. I had a fake page.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Why, Joe? What was the point?
The point was, I wanted to catch the subliminals. I wanted to like see if you knew what I think you know. Like, I wanted this shit to make sense. And guess what? What happened in that whole process? I got really bored. It's like, I don't care about him enough to be doing this. I don't care about you enough to be doing this. And it's really like, I'm gone. Like, I'm gonna leave the whole situation alone. But if I'm being honest, like, I fell victim to that, wanting to see, and then I realized I don't even want to know. You know what I'm saying? And I got out of there. And so, but that goes along with me just respecting it's like, you know what the fuck going on. You doing this for a reason.
Probably to clear your own conscience.
Yeah, and I went through all the motions, and I'm not ashamed. I did the proper research, and I got the answers that I was okay with, and then I got up out of there. Don't get no fake page. You know you in the wrong situation when you contemplate getting a fake page. Like, just get out of there. It's not even worth the rigmarole.
Like, what email address you gonna use? Because you'd already used that for your real
I don't
page.
even remember none of this stuff.
If I'm doing it, I'm making a whole new page.
You have to.
A whole new Instagram, like a whole new Gmail.
You
do.
I don't care that
Work
much.
for
Yeah, that's what I realized. It's like, I thought I wanted to know, but then it's like, it don't even really matter. The proof is in the put. Even the fact that someone resurfaces is enough for you to bow out gracefully. But I feel like I needed to know all of that for myself. I'm kind of new to dating. I come from like a long-term relationship, a family, and
I just, man, the stuff that I be seeing and stuff, I just
What's that
stand on the sideline. I mean, I enjoy the single. First of all, I like to do what I want to do when I want to do it, and I ain't got to answer nobody. Because I feel like relationships sometimes take a lot of work, but then it's like nowadays and right now, it just be too much going on. I went out of town.
It's a lot going on.
I remember back in March, I went out of town, man, and I had to go pick one of my boys up from the airport. We went to Houston for a basketball. It was surprising somebody. And, man, we had got back, and, like, whoever they were dealing with on the phone fussing with them, it's like, you out of town.
Right. Enjoy yourself.
Like,
but no, I was about to say, I don't like that. No,
it don't
that's
matter.
a cop-out.
It don't matter. That's what I'm saying. That's toxic. And that's what I'm glad I don't have.
It is toxic, but
Wait
somebody
till they
you're
get
dating.
back.
No. That's it's. You can say that from your vantage point, but when you're in a relationship with somebody, you don't
they might
get
have been
to.
in a relationship though.
No.
What's the
I'm so
context
glad.
of
It depends on the conversation. Like, what are we talking about?
Of the
I
relationship?
mean, I couldn't hear what was going on. I just heard this fussing. I'm just like, yo, like.
You don't know what they was fussing about, Sean.
But it's still like that stuff like that. To me personally, I just feel like when you're in a relationship or whatever, and if we are having issues and you know I'm going out of town, you know I'm out of town don't call me when I'm out of town to try to discuss something.
I feel like it depends on
What
what
I'm
we're
saying
talking
is,
about.
know what I'm saying? If we had this issue before we left the house, you know I'm going out of town. Don't call me when I'm out of town to try to discuss this, because you know I'm out of town. Wait till we get back home.
That's what I'm saying, Brett. It depends on what it is. Because if you calling me to talk about my kids, I'm gonna be mad if I get back and figure out that all this happened and you didn't call me to tell me about my kids.
You didn't know the context.
I ain't know the context of it, but just the fact
He
of knowing.
do know the context.
Just I know I don't.
He's leaving
I don't
that
He
know
out.
the
just doesn't
context.
agree with the whole.
But what I'm saying is a time and place for everything. Like, what I'm saying is, if I'm out of
So you
town,
think out of
For
town
everything.
trumps the commitment?
no. What I'm
That's a
saying
good
is, let's have
point.
this conversation when I get back.
Why?
What you mean? Why? If you out on the girls trip and we argued before, you think I'm gonna call you?
Wait, so are you
I
all
mean,
saying it
honestly,
depends on the
I'm not-
conversation
we
or
gonna
period?
talk
No,
about
Don't
y'all
call
not
me.
get what I'm saying.
talking
What I'm
about
saying is, if we both we had a constant argument prior to me leaving, and you know I'm going out of town. You know this. Why are you calling me when I'm out of town trying to discuss what we had an argument about before I left?
Okay, now he's saying
I
the
feel
context.
you on
So
that.
then,
You get what I'm saying? Because if we
But
argue,
still,
and you
it
going
depends
on
on who was violated. It's easy
Right.
to feel like that when you're the aggressor. and you're the one that violated, it's easy for you to feel like I'm out of town. I don't want to talk about that. But what about the person who feels offended or who feels hurt by those
actions? But how
actions?
you know that? Why you think it is because they calling it? They were the ones that been offended. I could have been offended. They didn't want to talk about
I
it.
feel like they're legitimately.
You know what I'm saying?
time
That's
and
what I'm
place.
saying. I
It
feel
is
like
a time
we
and a
need to
place,
talk about.
but I ain't about to simmer on no
But
shit
see,
like
that's
you
what I'm
drinking
saying because
tequila.
that's what I'm saying though. It be so one
that's
sided
a good
because just
point.
because that female is calling him, why you think he was the one who pissed her off? It could have been her that pissed him
Well,
off.
he's on the phone, so he entertained it and he
Exactly, but if we
increasing
had an
it.
argument, if you go on the girls, you think I'm gonna call you and try to talk about something that we was arguing about for a little? I know I won't.
I would want you to because
Nah,
I don't want
because
to
why
spend no
you
time
on a
with
trip
you.
with your
I would
friends?
hope you
I'm
would,
out
but
of
it
town. What
happens.
if I want to do something with somebody else?
We'll do it.
Why you out of town
You
doing
want
that?
to date? I'm just.
That's
I'm
your
saying,
problem at that.
You free to do whatever you
I'm
want to
saying,
do.
for
You knew your
example,
intentions when you
why
got
not
there.
make it right when you got a chance?
But why are we gonna make this right when I'm out of town with my boys?
Why-
I'm not
why
trying
do
to
you
have
fix
that.
it?
So you don't got
Why
five
did you
weeks
fix
with
it
your
before you
15
left?
minutes?
Okay, well maybe we ain't have time to fix it when I left, but
If
we gonna
you-
fix it
you
when I
should
get
have
back.
time for what people have time for when they want.
Okay, but you not
Thank
finna
you.
mess my trip up. I'm not finna have this negative
So
energy.
figure
But
it
why
out.
would your
A
trip be messed up if you not on good
We can have
terms
that
with
conversation when I
me?
get back home.
You know, you can have it before you
Next.
left too.
You know what? And the locks would be changed. The locks are changed.
And that's fine.
Because you didn't really
they got
love
plenty
me.
of vacancies out
You
here.
ain't really love me.
I'm
Hey,
trying to
look.
hold-
That's how people be
I'm
feeling.
just saying,
But you know what?
yo.
You brought up something, and I didn't want to interrupt. About the whole people really try to define their relationship by the title or the commitment, and I just do not believe in that. I define relationships by the relationship. If we having unprotected sex and it's supposed to be this spoken commitment to each other or whatever, we in a relationship. It doesn't matter if we say we're together or not. Our actions define a relationship, not the title. And I think that's so crazy. And that's why so many people go around saying, well, we not together. Nigga,
But
we
see-
on a lease.
but see, if
What
we-
you mean we not
Nah,
together?
nah, but see, I
collectively,
think
y'all
what-
gotta come to that agreement
Nah.
on what we
No,
are.
I think that's
and some
so,
people don't want to have that
I
conversation.
just think that's extremely childish to do everything that defines a relationship and then to say we're not together.
Yeah.
That's
Stupid.
stupid. It's a waste
But you
of
know what I
time.
don't understand though when it come to that though, like people would say all day, well, they better not call me no more. Or something about, well, they better stop calling me. Stop picking the damn phone up.
That
Right.
too.
Like
I'm
they
with
quit
you
to
on
say
that.
like, they better stop calling me. They better not call
But
me.
no,
Well, stop
you're not
picking
about
the
to
damn
glaze
phone
over
up.
what I just
Or if they come by the
presented.
house, you ain't gotta open the door.
You're not about to
Communication
moonwalk
is
out
key.
of
But
This wouldn't
see,
be an issue
as
if we
grown people
communicated.
though, I feel like a lot of people make that mistake of, you know what I'm saying, doing stuff where you know it's going to come to something else. Like, if we not together, I'm not about to put no restrictions on you. Do what you want to do. We not in a relationship.
But that's you though. That's a very mature approach to take, which everybody should be doing it if that's how they're gonna do it. But that's not what's happening in general. People are in relationships and
But
saying
you
that they're
have
not.
a choice,
But
though.
it doesn't.
You do have a
it
choice,
doesn't
Joe.
reduce the feelings. It doesn't reduce the pain.
It's true.
But you have a choice.
But
You
need to
do have a
communicate,
choice.
Exactly.
though.
So that's
If everything is on the front line, like this
it's
is
whack.
what we
I think it's
are,
so
None of
whack
that
then
because
you can't feel
None-
no type of way.
That's
Yes, you can. Because
No,
it's
if
like,
you come in and you trying to be on some like, oh, I'm just a sneaky link, we just fucking, and then your feelings involved, but
No,
that's what you
but that's the
display
difference.
towards him.
That's the difference.
You can't feel no
It's
type of
one-
way.
It's one thing if it's like, I'm coming to you, we do what we do, and I go to fuck home. It's
Right.
another when I'm coming to you, I'm laying up with
We
you.
live
We
together.
cooking dinner. We laying
Right.
up watching Netflix on
Right,
a
but
Sunday.
however
with
you
movie
carry the
outside.
but at the
in the
same
beginning,
time, it's
no,
both
that's
parties
bullshit.
So
though.
when it changes, communicate that. Don't try to act like you ain't on them like that.
Communicating it. What I'm saying is the words don't matter when the actions say the opposite.
I think the words matter.
Y'all
They're
can
not-
live
they're not mind
together.
readers.
That I think that's just a thing people use for a great escape, and it's damaging. That's what's happening in dating. People are doing everything that defines a traditional committed relationship, and they look at each other and say, "Oh, but we not together." Oh, you can't say that because I told you what it was in the beginning. That is so damaging.
Treat me like you
It's
say we
definitely
are.
damaging, but who do you hold accountable? At some point,
You
you gotta hold
hold
yourself
yourselves
accountable.
accountable.
Correct.
But
Correct.
stop saying
I
y'all
gotta
not in
agree.
a relationship when
Because
y'all are in a
because it
relationship.
sounds so one sided.
It's not.
Yes, it does.
It's
Because if you saying that we not together, right, and I try to do something that makes it seem like we're in a relationship. You have the choice to not
Yeah,
go
but
along
you
with
over
it.
here Monday through Friday, you eating my
That
kids.
makes
But
fruit
you let
snacks,
me in.
drinking the Capri
So
Sun.
you let me
You all
in.
the way to stepdaddy, but when you ready to go do what you want to
If I
do,
talk to
it's
your
we're
dog,
not
hey,
together.
you know, like, you
Just
let
like
me
in
in,
the
though.
beginning, you were saying whatever you were saying. I feel like
Communicate
if you communicate, like,
these
look,
nuts.
in the beginning, I
That's
felt
why
like we was just kicking it, but
this
now
is
I
exactly
really feel
why
for you.
I'm not dating right now because I don't have time for. This is why I'm not dating right now because I don't have time for somebody to be my husband and
my
then
God.
when a homecoming coming up, oh we ain't together. You knew what it was from the beginning. Teeth.
This game.
That
Give me
part's
your
fucked
teeth.
up. I'm not saying I don't agree with that at all.
Shut up.
No, girl, fuck you. Cause I'm saying
Tonight we gon' do something special. You can let your hair down.
We grown at the end of the day.
Yes, we are, but you are still responsible for how you contribute to any relationship.
Both
That's all I'm
parties are,
saying.
exactly.
Both parties
That
are.
I agree.
You
Yeah.
are
I agree.
at fault if you accept
people
mistreatment,
play
but you
on
are
emotions.
just as much guilty if you do that, knowing a person is
As
willingly
the other person.
taking it.
I think
That's
when having
true.
a conversation like this, it needs to sound like we're talking about both people instead of targeting one person.
But sometimes you do have somebody who's intentionally doing that. They're
Yes.
intentionally pulling on somebody's
But that's what I'm
emotions.
saying.
But you have to, I hear what you're saying, but you have, so most of those times you have somebody who's intentionally like, I know that I'm doing this stuff that's making her love me more.
Right.
It's
And
making
that's
her
the part
want me
that's
more.
fucked up.
And I know I don't want anything serious from her, but yet I still give her serious behavior and tell her something different. Like, I think that's
That's
intentional.
true.
I just got
That's
excited.
intentional.
True.
Yeah,
At
it's
that point,
very
you gotta
That is
communicate.
intentional. So,
Yeah.
so if it's a person who's receiving it, they're like, I know he's saying he don't want me, but his feelings, his actions is showing me that. So it's like, damn, I want to believe that it's not real, but god damn, you show me like it is.
Yeah, on
That's
top of
true.
the
That's
unprotected
true.
sex.
Yeah. It's like, do what you say what you mean, and mean what you say.
Everything committed
But, okay,
people do
so-
is what
Yeah,
we're
but
doing.
at the
Like that, are
same
you
time, just like you said with the unprotected sex, you have a choice.
Nobody
You don't
disagree
have,
with
but
that.
that's what I'm saying. But so what I'm saying with
He's
conversations
shaking
like
his
this,
head.
it needs to be talked to as far as both parties and not
Being
just
accountable.
singling it
Yeah,
out
I
as to
agree.
one
Like,
person.
they have
do
a
agree
choice,
with
but
that.
you still have to respect them to a certain amount to where you might not be catching
No,
those
let's
feelings.
say what it is. Stop being a sleazeball. Stop using that having the companionship from a person while still wanting to do and be able to do what you want to do. And so you make sure that you stay single enough to do that, but you do enough that you with me.
Now, are we
Monday
talking
through
about just from the
Saturday.
men? Or are we talking about from women too?
Women do it too.
But the conversation's not sounding
so the
like
guilty
that, though.
party is the guilty
Am I
party.
right or wrong?
No.
Or is it just because you get what I'm
Because
saying?
women
Speaking
do
on
it
both- she's
too.
speaking on
Am I
both
right or
sides.
wrong?
No,
But
she's
don't it
speaking.
feel like don't it feel like the man is basically being singled
Both
out?
sides are being
There's
spoken.
no-
but
Only
It don't,
because
but it's
you're
not
trying to
coming all. But it's
defend
not
the
coming.
man.
I'm not trying to defend the man. I'm saying both parties to be
You're not
accountable.
trying to defend the man?
Just as if you don't like unprotected sex, you don't have to have unprotected sex with them, but yet you still choose to.
That is
So that's a
absolutely
choice.
But
correct.
this is
You're
fucked
making the
up.
man
If you
the
feel
bad
like,
part.
okay, we have unprotected sex and you choose to have it with me, but you know you might possibly have
You
something,
know
why
that
you gonna fuck with them?
But
But
then
not
you
even
have
that,
the
not
choice
And
in
then
that.
you gonna say, oh, you knew you was
my
having sex with me
Lord.
unprotected.
It's
At
not
some
even
point,
that.
You gotta have respect for the person.
But no, it's a lot of times people make people think they're in a committed situation while they know they're doing extra things.
That's basically
That's
what I'm
where the
saying.
need to say, but you know we're not together. That's where that comes from.
That still boils
Period.
down to communication. Like communicating, like
definitely
we
is.
might not be like that, but you know I'm dating other people. I'm seeing other people.
Right.
Because it could be miscommunicated. Okay, we not all the way together, but you the only one I'm fucking with.
But I
And
feel
that's-
like
but
even
that's
when
weird
people,
to
So
me.
even
That's
though it's
weird
for
to
me
me.
to have sex unprotected with you, if you knew you fucked somebody else that could possibly bring you something, like say it to me, and that's on me to decide whether or
but
not.
even
I
when
still
people
wanna
know
fuck with
they
you.
out here messing around, they still let people
Don't
hit
let
with
me
unprotected
assume
sex.
that,
So
though.
it's like, but even
That's
when people
true.
know,
That's
they
true,
still
too.
allow people to go. Like, so
But
that's what I'm
that's
saying.
on the person
Like,
to decide. But for you to automatically think and assume that I know
over
just
it.
because we not like that,
all right,
that
shit.
shit's
can we
fucked
move
up.
on to our next subject, please?
You automatically deemed that she was talking about a man.
No, it's how, to me.
Nah,
it's,
no.
don't be honest. To
It's
me,
generalized,
it's how the
period.
conversation is hitting. It's only talking about
that's
men are the
because we're
only
women talking to a
ones.
man.
But what I'm saying is like it feels like men are the only ones who do that.
No,
It's not.
really, it's because of the point you came in with, trying to defend
I'm not
the
trying to-
nigga
I'm just
being
speaking
out,
on the-
out of town, and this is not the right
Sean,
time.
you might just feel like that because it's women speaking to you on our perspective that's matching.
Right.
But what I'm
I think
saying
that
is,
necessarily
I
mean
feel
that
like
we were
even if it
talking
ain't
about
about a
gender.
relationship or anything in regards to being somewhere we don't have, even if I'm out somewhere and it ain't got nothing to do with nothing, I'm not fitting to sit on the phone to argue with you about something that we can discuss when I get home.
Back to the point.
If I'm out having a good time with somebody, I don't need you to call me and we be arguing about something mess my. You know what I'm saying?
I
It
agree, but
depends
you
on the
don't get to say
conversation.
that if you're
I
the
stand behind
aggressor.
that.
If you
But
cause
how
the
you know
issue,
I'm the
you don't
aggressor,
get to
though?
say that. You don't. I'm saying if you are, you don't get to take the stance like I did whatever I did to you, but I'm out having a good time. I
It's
don't
not
want to talk
even
about
that.
it.
Yeah,
It's not
that's
that. It's not that I did whatever I did to you. It's that can we have this conversation when I get back home?
But can you agree that it depends on what we talking about, or you just don't give a fuck because you on vacation?
It's not that I don't give a fuck. But why do we need to talk about it now?
Hold on, y'all ain't
But
gonna
it
keep
should
dropping all
depend,
these
though.
F-bombs.
I'm just
On
saying though,
WWJD.
we don't need to talk about
What
it
the
right
fuck you
now.
mean?
I'm just playing.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Like, it's a time and place for everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? If we all,
Why you say
we're together
that's-
and we know we have whatever
That's
we made
ideal,
to.
but that's not realistic.
I mean, but it needs to be. I'm not gonna call.
You know what?
It's
I
not
can't
ideal,
wait
it's
till
not
you get a
realistic.
woman, and I hope she go on a girls trip and be like,
And that's fine.
I don't want to talk about this shit.
That's fine. But one thing about Sean don't argue with nobody. So go ahead, enjoy yourself.
You didn't. Never
Oh, you
say
gonna
nothing.
argue?
No, I'm not.
Cause I'm gonna call you to argue.
Oh well, you gonna get the
3
dial
a.m.,
tone,
2
too.
You don't
a.m.
know.
It don't
Every
matter. I'm
relationship,
going your
every
way.
situation is different.
Well, I'm just like that in general, though. I don't care.
All right,
that
whatever.
much.
So niggas be cheating.
So what you saying? You don't
To sum it all up, they be cheating,
That's
and
what
then
they
be
was
trying
doing.
to say, "Oh, but technically we ain't together.
Hey,
So don't
look.
call me.
Technically, you about to lose your teeth."
Hey, you a trip, yo.
But anyway, moving on. So what y'all think about?
It feel like we on the phone. We really on camera
I
talking
know,
about it.
because this is what we do. Y'all know. But how do y'all feel about friends with exes? Y'all believe in
What you
that?
mean?
Like after the breakup, do y'all believe that a friendship can be possible?
Depends on the relationship.
Yeah.
How long it's been.
Right.
Hold on, what the
Is
X?
it time or is it subject matter?
It's maturity.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
definitely
I agree.
maturity. I
Yeah.
fuck with that. Because this is my thing. If there is still sexual or romantic attraction, no, there's no room for a relationship. And I can say, like, even with my child's father, my children's father, I don't want him. I don't want him at all. I don't want him romantically. I don't have any stale or leftover feelings. But I feel like with that being the case and of us having children, why can't we be friends? Like your wife or your girlfriend could totally be my homegirl because I'm not wanting anything with you. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right,
like
right.
we're completely past that point. My issue is when people aren't over their ex and they're just not ready to let them go. And so they introduce them into the next relationship as friends. And
That's kinda fucked
who you
up.
playing with? Cause where's she going?
You think?
And what y'all talking about? And why you care what her kid's doing? Did she cheat on you? Or you know what I'm saying? Like, at what point do we say enough is enough? Move on. Move on and give your next relationship an actual chance without the baggage from your previous relationship.
That's a very good point.
Is it possible? You said it depends. What does it depend on in your opinion?
The relationship, I think what the relationship was, how deep it was, how long it lasted.
In what way? Like if it was really deep, can y'all be friends? Or if
Like
it was
a
shallow,
high
can y'all be
school
friends?
love, I'm not giving a fuck about that right now. Like something, you're
I
my
can
high
see that,
school
but what
sweetheart.
if the high school sweetheart still want that old thing? Like
Then
you might look at it like, oh, that's my high school guy, but
Right.
he might be looking like that's my guy, like that's
So
my girl.
are we speaking if you single or if you have another partner? 'Cause
If you're
you
in a
have to
new
take the accountability
relationship,
of the-
can you be? Or no, I guess actually
Because then
anything.
you might not feel that way, but then your partner might feel uncomfortable about
Right.
how you are towards.
So
your
does
ex.
it matter to you if your partner feel uncomfortable?
Yeah.
I think it matters out of the respect of your partner. I might know like I'm not on him like that or whatever else, but however he feels, I still have to respect that.
If he's bothered, fuck it.
Right.
This is my theory on friends of the opposite sex. Period. If I'm in a relationship with a new person, anybody who's hit on me, said anything out of the way to me, flirted with me or made it obvious that they got that type of interest in me, it's an automatic X. Because I'm not about to introduce you to my man. Like, oh yeah, this my homeboy, this my bro, and I know what type of time he on.
That's a good point.
I'm not gonna do that because I respect my.
A
lot of people do that. They try to. That's my bro. That's my bestie. And it's like you are in complete violation of your new partner. Don't play like that. I don't play like that.
Whole time they were humping. Your bro was hitting them cheeks.
Right.
I experienced that. Because I felt like at the time, the guy that I was talking to was my friend. Or I should say who I thought was my friend. But then when he expressed how he felt about me, I'm like, dang, like, why I miss my friend? So then, like, with who I was with, felt like I don't want you talking to him no more, period. But I was like, I felt like I could still hold on to the friendship that we had because I won't check in for you like that. But now that he knows, I feel like you got to respect it.
I got a question, though. If your partner has a problem with platonic friends, because a lot of times that shit ain't platonic, but we'll just say platonic for the sake of the conversation. Does that equal validity, or is that considered like jealous boyfriend?
It depends on what it's based
It
out
could be
of.
both.
Or jealous partner. I don't want to
Depends on what
single
it's
the man
based out
out.
of.
Man, shut your ass up. Jealous.
Jealous.
A hater.
A hater.
Intimidated. Insecure.
You know what? Look,
Damn,
I try not to bring this up.
Where the respect coming at? Even if I'm not jealous, you not about to do that in front of me. Period. I'm not with it.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, where
Yeah.
do you draw the line?
Yeah.
But if it ain't even nothing, I'm gonna say it. Shit, I was So look, I used
He
to.
was about to
I,
say
no,
a name.
no,
Did he
I
about to drop
no,
a
I
name?
ain't gonna drop no name. I ain't gonna drop no F-bombs or nothing like that. But what I'm saying is, I was buying food from this girl for a long time, supporting her and everything. And you know, it was just through like I never had her personal number. It was strictly through she had food.
You should be used to that by now, though.
You know. So I recently I pulled up to grab something from her.
He
was
pulled
out
up
there
in
talking.
his. What you got to dodge?
Yeah, I ain't pull up in the.
He pulled up in a muscle car.
And you was looking
all
this
loud.
and
He pulled up in his jewelry and his shades and his cologne.
But I bought food from her, right? So everything was cool. We talking, yeah, I'm selling this weekend, whatever. Okay. So the next day I'm at work. I get a message to my phone talking about I can't sell food to you no more because I didn't introduce you to my man. So all I said was, oh, wow. Well, okay. Like, first of all, my thing is that person, whoever it was, it meant that much. They had ample opportunity to come and introduce themselves to me.
You
because
know niggas don't do that.
they pulled up at my house one day and handed me my food. At that point, they could have been like, such and such, such and such. You know what I'm saying? Introduce me then. And then second, when I picked the food up then, they saw me. They could have came to the car and said, here, you here to pick up such and such. What you call it? I go running. I just think that's whack.
But do you not understand? Do you not understand?
I mean,
from his perspective, if he see you and your goddamn head glistening, your jewelry shining right there, your ears lit up, your car rooming, you get what I'm saying? Like, you clean, your outfit
Shining.
set.
That's
Nigga,
intimidation,
you're not giving her no more food. Yeah, that's over.
No.
Blocked.
But I just think that's whack, first of all, because I feel like at the end of the day, the fact that,
Be that it may.
Yeah, I just think it's whack because if it meant that much and this person, like, if they really cared that much, they would take the time to be like, well, I mean, if that's his girl, I'm sure she told him, like, yo, all this person been doing, like, it's nothing like that. Like, you go through all...
But do you really not understand?
I mean, I feel like as the man, I'm not, regardless, I don't need, it don't matter to me if my girl's selling food, you don't have to introduce me to people that,
It's like, this thing
that's
about
buying
it's a
food from
client.
you. Like,
Yeah, no,
that's
I
I feel like
whack.
it's really on you.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then I feel like, you know, it's really a platonic situation. I mean, I don't have this girl's personal number. I don't text this person outside of buying food or placing orders.
First of all, it won't even about none of that. He probably like you more than she do. He told this nigga lit.
But you know what I said though? You know that
You came
look,
out, he was like,
but you know what I said? I said, damn.
You
know what I
everything
said?
he wanna be.
But you know what I told my boys though? I sent them the same message, right? I sent it to you. I sent it to my boys. They're like, damn, that shit whack. I said, yeah, he gonna be my friend, so I could have got him a job. He done fucked that up.
right, he done fucked that
You
up.
know what I'm saying? Like, it's stuff like that. Like, you're that intimidated by me. You don't even know me. You know
He
what
don't
I'm saying?
gotta know you. He
That's how I
see
thought that.
he see what's winning, and he ain't got none of that. his white tee leaning in the middle. It ain't got no more stretching on form or nothing. He looking at you clean, walking up to the door. You got your shit glistening. He saw the aura. He saw the aura. Said, "Nah,
hell
blah. He ain't getting no more dinners."
And she can cook too. That's the sad part. I put people
He
on
know.
her.
You want me to do the order?
Somebody messaged me the
Now
other.
you put
Somebody
the
sent
order, Brittany.
somebody sent me her menu the other day. I'm like, yo, are you getting something
Sean,
from
let me know
her?
what you want.
what
You know
type
what I
of
had to
food
tell
is it?
them?
What type of
She
food
said
is
all
it?
like
I told you know what I had to tell them because I
everything.
actually was trying to get her to do it, but somebody ended up screenshotting that worked with me. Like, you getting something from her? I was like, I can't. I'm not allowed to buy food from her.
You
no
can't
more.
trust this nigga because he know
Not
he
selling.
know she don't want to sell you no more dinners. She talk about send me the menu. Don't trust this nigga. What kind of car you drive? Tell him what kind you drive.
What? Hey, look, a Ford Fusion,
Nah, that's the other one. What kind you drive now?
a Dodge
Dodge what?
Challenger.
Stay away from niggas in the Dodge. In the Nike
What color
and the
is
chain.
it? What color is it?
White.
Okay.
He lying, but we gonna go with that. Protect the identity.
Oh yeah, I did park beside you. I ain't gonna say no.
Sean been getting hate for a long time.
A long time. I don't bother nobody.
You don't bother
I mean,
nobody.
I can't help it though. I mean, shit.
I know.
So I'm about to get ready to go to Money Maker right now. But
Anyway, thank y'all for tuning in again to WWJD the podcast. We're gonna see y'all soon.
And shouts out to TS Media Company.
Shouts out to TS Media.
Yes. Let's go.
That's Tori Slade, if y'all didn't know.
Y'all don't know, but you gon' know.
Like you said, it's not one sided.
But niggas will.
You can get me. You can get me.
They were pulling the heartstrings and
What
you
I
just like.